Thank you guys. I appreciate this opportunity to come before you today to talk a little bit about me. I've been asked now several times, Henry, who are you? So I'm going to give you some background. I was born in Cuba. Came to the United States as a little kid. My mom was fleeing communism. Grew up in the inner city. I was what we call today housing insecure and food insecure. I came home one time and my mom said, hey, we're moving, pick your stuff up, we're going. And we lived in some guy's house. So I get that part of our community that struggles with that. I ate black beans and rice almost every single day growing up. And I never realized that salad was not dessert, because when I had salad, we ate it as dessert. But I had the opportunity to become part of a church, and I had a role model. And that's why I think role models are so important. And the role model helped me go in the right direction. My family, my cousins, one particular cousin is in prison for murder for the second time, actually. The first time he got off with good behavior after so many years, within a week, he got back with his gang and they killed someone. So I am glad someone took the opportunity and took the chance to put me in the right direction. Okay, so that's why I value role modeling, and I value children growing up and care so much about them. Right now I'm a teacher, and that's part of that. I'm a special education teacher. But when I grew up in Miami, I had many opportunities because people cared, and that's been a great example for me. I ended up going to a Christian high school for 11th and 12th grade, where I was senior class vice president and All-American in football, and really enjoyed, got a scholarship to go to Bible college. I went to Bible college in Michigan, and that was a brand new experience. I had never left Miami for any amount of time, and I became aware of culture and how culture influenced not only food but expectations, and they were definitely an eye-opener. I went on and I got a bachelor's of religious education. I majored in theology and education, minored in New Testament Greek and communications, and I specialized in Islamic studies. And I thought I was going to be a missionary to the Muslim world, Christian missionary to the Muslim world. But I think the Lord had other plans. So at the end of my time in college, I went back to Miami, and I became a bailiff in the court system, and also a clerk of the courts and an interpreter. All those things were tied together in the opportunity that I had. After a couple of months, I was awarded the ability to go to the police academy, where once I graduated, I was a Miami-Dade police officer, Metro. Some people know it as Miami Vice. I worked in Metro for 7 years. 2 of those years I was on the road. 5 of those years I was a school resource officer and community service officer. We were the highest awarded unit in all of the state of Florida with all the programs we developed for children. I developed a truancy intervention program. I developed a magical solution to dropout prevention in elementary schools. I had a Say No to Drugs magical show that I did. All award-winning programs, some duplicated throughout the years. At that point, I also received a master's in theology, and I moved back to Grand Rapids, Michigan, where I pastored an inner-city church. It was African American and white, and that was quite the learning experience for me as well. Then I went on to a new police department, where I was a police officer for a couple months, and then was promoted to sergeant, where I spent 7 years there. And there I supervised everything from the budget to public records to dispatch, everything that could happen in a smaller department. We were 55 officers at the time. That's what I supervised. And then I came here to Racine, Wisconsin as the pastor, associate pastor of Racine Christian Reformed Church. I did that for 2 years, full time. And then I went to Kenosha as their associate pastor, and that was bivocational. At that point, I worked juvenile detention, I worked Pizza Hut. I'm not afraid to work. I've worked my whole life since high school. everything from delivering packages to delivering food to making food in fast food restaurants. So I've always worked my life, my whole life. It's a challenge. I don't mind working, okay? So I ended up eventually working at Bradford High School as a school security guard for 7 years. I then took over the hospitality center and was their pastor there for several months. And then I went back to being a teacher, a substitute teacher, in-house teacher, and now I'm a certified special education teacher, K through 12, and 1st through 8th grade, elementary and middle school. I've been an alder for the last 10 years, and I've been effective in changing many ordinances and laws in this community over the years. The last couple of years with the mayor, it has been a challenge because he has his own agenda that he's always pushing. And when you're not part of the people that are on his team, there's always an issue, and that's what's been happening to me. And I am fed up with a lack of respect that's shown to the alders, or to me in particular, by many alders. I am upset about the idea that they don't respect what's being said from the community. I am upset that it's become a dictatorship, and that has to stop. We're on our way to bankruptcy as a city, and that's because of the current policies, especially for the last 5 years. This community deserves to be safe, deserves to be a place where you can thrive, deserves to be a place where you can feel like you're actually part of the community, contributing. Live, work, and play. It's not happening right now. And don't believe the fodder. It's not you. It's the administration. And that comes straight from Corey Mason.